Hello students, today I'll be covering a tissue's response to stress and different steps of wound healing or different phases of wound healing. First we'll see the meaning of wound. Wound is any body injury or any injuries to a body which may be like laceration, which may be a breaking of membrane. We can also say that if there is a cut in our body, if there is a underlying tissues under our skin is getting damaged or any bone is getting damaged, that is a wound. There are two types of wound in wound which we come across. First one is open wound, second one is closed wound. In open wound there is a cut in your skin, a bleeding happens, and there may be a chance of getting bacteria getting entered in your body in open wound injury. In closed wound injury there is no chance of getting bacteria entering in your body through that cut or anything, because in closed wound this type of injury happen because of if any forceful blow or any forceful object hitting on your body, or it may be like twisting of your ankle. This type of injury happen. So when there is a twist in your ankle, that time the muscles around your joint getting a damage. There is a internal bleeding taking place in that particular area, like particular around that particular joint, that there is a breakage, there is a breakage of cells, tissues in around that joint. So you can see in this picture, the ankle picture, where that is a closed wound injury. Healing is a process in which a destroyed or worn out cells of your body is being repaired by your body. Or healing is a process in which your body is trying to restore the functions of your that particular muscle or that particular bone or that part of your skin. So healing is a process of restoring back the structure and function of your body part. Now we'll see the phases of wound healing. First phase is bleeding phase. It is also known as hemostasis. Second phase is inflammation phase. Third phase is proliferation phase, and fourth phase is remodeling phase. As you can see in first picture, hemostasis phase is for very long duration. A bleeding phase is for 1 to 6 hours. It depends on type of wound, and type of injury. In open wound, it depends on a type of injury, like open wound and closed wound. The hemostasis phase. Bleeding phase, it's like after crushing injury, the blood comes out of your body in open wound injury, or if any forceful object hit on our body, that time the cells around that particular area getting damaged. So there is a internal bleeding is taking place. So therefore the management of this injury is very essential. In this phase, the using of price method is very essential. I'll show the video what happens in bleeding phase. Hemostasis. In this phase, when there is a cut in your body, at time it disturbs the normal blood flow and the blood comes out of your body. As you can see in the video, the red blood and white blood cells are coming out of your body. The yellow thing is like it is a platelets which is plugging on your wound. Usually you must have observed when there is a wound in your body, that time a thin layer, a transparent layer which is coming on your wound, open wound, which is stopping your blood flow, your blood flow. If this is not happening, if the that platelet is not coming and sticking on your injured part, then there is a chance of a person may bleed to death. Okay. Inflammation phase. In inflammation phase, this phase is starts soon after the bleeding phase. As you must have observed, if there is a injury is taking place, then within a 6 to 8 hours there is a increase in swelling, increase in redness of that particular area. It is because of inflammation phase, which contract your blood vessels, so that there is not a more bleeding taking place in that particular area. In this particular phase, a blood coming out of your blood vessel, which is a blood vessel which is got damaged with injury or any injury, the contraction of your blood vessel is taking place with the help of platelet. I'll show the video. First we'll see the video. As you can see, in this phase there is an increase in swelling in that particular area. The redness, the place is getting a red because of there is a more blood flow in that particular area. So in this phase, the leukocytes, which is also known as the white blood cells, is coming in that area, so that in order to clean that particular wound from bacteria. In open wound, what happens, there is chance of bacteria entering in your wound, so that time the leukocytes is coming and destroying that particular bacteria and cleaning that wound, so that it should heal faster. A wound healing is a result of plasma coming out in that particular area, which will give a little swelling. The signs of wound healing is like a redness, and there will be a swelling in that particular area, there will be a little warmness in that particular area, the injured area. Proliferation phase. In this phase, the collagen is produced in order to develop a scar tissue. Proliferation phase is divided in three parts. First is granulation phase, second one is a contraction phase, and third one is epithelialization phase. In granulation phase, the open wound, I'll show the video. In granulation tissues, which is coming, which release the fibroblasts in that particular wound, which is very important to develop a capillaries and to develop a strength in that particular area. A second thing is contraction of your wound. Both the edges is coming closer, so that in order to heal your wound, and it forms in last phase, epithelialization. It forms a hard surface on top of your wound, so that in order to avoid a contact of environment and your wound. The migrations of cells will take place in this epithelialization.